Congratulations! Your financial miracle has arrived. Watch until the end to receive this great financial blessing. Have you ever felt like you were on the brink of a breakthrough, but something just kept holding you back? It's frustrating, isn't it? But today, things are different. Today, God is speaking directly to your heart, telling you that the time has come. The chains holding your finances, your dreams, and your peace are about to break. And here's the shocking truth. The money that's been eluding you, the financial healing you've been praying for, is not just a wishful thought. It's a divine promise that's unfolding right now. You see, the world may tell you that financial miracles are rare, that only a lucky few get to experience true prosperity. But God's message is clear. His blessings are not for the elite, they're for those who dare to believe. The idea that you're destined to struggle, to barely scrape by, is a lie. And today, we're going to shatter that lie together. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will challenge everything you've been told about money, blessings, and the power of faith. God's promise isn't just about paying your bills or getting by. It's about stepping into a season of overflow. This is not just another day. This is the day your financial healing begins. So if you're ready to see your circumstances change, if you're ready to embrace the miracle that's been waiting for you, then stay with me. What comes next could be the turning point you've been praying for. Picture for a moment the feeling of knowing that something extraordinary is about to happen in your life. A change so powerful it could transform everything. This sense of anticipation emerges when we hear about a financial blessing that's on its way. And it's not just a coincidence, but a divine revelation meant to bring what many would call a financial miracle. Sometimes, these blessings come when we least expect them, but when we need them the most. What if I told you that this financial blessing has a deadline? Yes, it's true. God's timing is perfect. Sounds impossible? Well, the truth is, when heaven decides to act, the impossible becomes reality. After all, how many times have we heard stories of people whose lives were turned upside down in an instant? Many might think that these financial blessings are reserved for a few, but God is generous. He doesn't limit His grace to one or two people. His abundance is for all who have faith. This means that you, reading this now, could very well be the next to receive this gift. And you know what? No matter the size of your financial problem, the miracle is greater. Perhaps you're struggling with bills that seem never-ending, or maybe it's a debt that's draining your energy. In moments like these, it's easy to feel desperate, without a way out. But it's precisely in these times that a financial blessing can appear like a ray of light, illuminating the path and bringing a miraculous turnaround. This revelation isn't just about hope, it's about action. It's a call to believe that, no matter how bleak things look, God is working behind the scenes. You might wonder how or when, but rest assured, He's never late. This blessing isn't just about money, it's about renewal, a fresh start that could change everything from the inside out. Think about the times you've been on the edge, not knowing how you would make it through. Those moments are exactly when the greatest breakthroughs occur. Just as the night is darkest before dawn, financial miracles often come when the situation seems most dire. It's in that quiet, unwavering belief that God's hand moves powerfully. You might ask yourself, why me? But the question isn't why, it's why not. God's blessings aren't about worthiness, they're about faith. The only thing you need to do is open your heart and trust that this blessing is coming for you. It's as certain as the sunrise, a promise that He will never leave you in lack. Imagine the relief, the joy, when that financial blessing arrives. It's not just about paying bills or clearing debts. It's about the peace that follows, knowing that you are cared for by the Creator Himself. This peace isn't just for a moment. It's a lasting assurance that with God, you are never alone in your struggles. This financial miracle is a reminder that God's provision is endless. He knows every need, every worry, and He's already prepared a way. The only thing left is for you to believe, to hold on to the promise that your breakthrough is near. It's a journey of faith, one that leads to a blessing that could change your life forever. Think about how your life could change with this blessing. It's not just about money, it's about the freedom it brings. Freedom to dream again, to plan for a future without the shadow of financial stress. This is what God wants for you, a life of abundance, where you can focus on your purpose rather than your problems. Maybe you've prayed for a long time, waiting for an answer. Sometimes, it feels like God is silent, but His silence doesn't mean absence. The answer is on its way, and this financial blessing is part of it. It's not just about solving problems, it's about stepping into a new chapter, where blessings flow and miracles happen. Let this be a time of preparation, a moment where you align your heart with God's promises. Start thinking about what this financial blessing could enable you to do, not just for yourself, but for others. This isn't just a gift for you, it's a tool for impact, a way to spread the blessing to those around you. As you wait for this financial miracle, keep your focus on gratitude. Thank God in advance for what's coming, because this act of faith is powerful. It shows that you trust Him, even when you don't see the full picture. And that trust, that unwavering belief, is what activates the blessings that are already headed your way. The clock is ticking, and the time is drawing near. Don't let doubt creep in. Instead, fill your thoughts with the assurance that God's timing is perfect. By 11 p.m. tonight, a change could occur that you'll remember for the rest of your life. It's not a question of if, but when, and that one is fast approaching. Let your faith be stronger than your fear. Remember, God's blessings often come in unexpected ways, at unexpected times. Keep your heart open, your spirit receptive, and your eyes on the horizon. The miracle you've been waiting for could be just around the corner, ready to unfold in your life. So, as the day progresses, hold on to this revelation. Let it stir your spirit, lift your hope, and strengthen your faith. You've been given a promise, a glimpse of what's to come. Now, it's time to prepare your heart for the blessing that's on its way. And as you do, remember, this is just the beginning of what God has in store for you. In a world that seems increasingly upside down, it's easy to feel lost amid the chaos. Values that once guided societies are now being questioned or even discarded. As people chase after material wealth, fame, and power, the teachings of Jesus often seem like a distant memory. It's in these moments of confusion that we must pause and reflect on what truly matters. The Bible speaks to these times, offering wisdom that is more relevant now than ever. The Apostle Paul warned us of these days in his letter to Timothy. He described a world where people would become lovers of themselves, lovers of money, proud, abusive, and disobedient. These aren't just words from ancient texts, they are a mirror reflecting our present reality. In a world that seems increasingly upside down, it's easy to feel lost amid the chaos. Values that once guided societies are now being questioned or even discarded. As people chase after material wealth, fame, and power, the teachings of Jesus often seem like a distant memory. It's in these moments of confusion that we must pause and reflect on what truly matters. The Bible speaks to these times, offering wisdom that is more relevant now than ever. The Apostle Paul warned us of these days in his letter to Timothy. He described a world where people would become lovers of themselves, lovers of money, proud, abusive, and disobedient. These aren't just words from ancient texts, they are a mirror reflecting our present reality. The financial blessings we seek must be rooted in the understanding that true prosperity isn't just about money, it's about aligning our lives with God's principles. As you look around, you might notice how the pursuit of financial gain has overshadowed the values of compassion, humility, and integrity. But this is not the path to lasting success. The Bible reminds us that it's possible to gain the whole world and lose our souls in the process. Real wealth, the kind that brings peace and fulfillment, starts with a heart aligned with God's will. Reflect on your own life for a moment. Are your actions and decisions guided by the principles Jesus taught, or have you been swayed by the world's standards? This isn't about condemnation, it's about realigning with the truth that brings genuine financial blessings. Remember, the greatest blessings come not from chasing after money, but from seeking first the kingdom of God. We live in a time where the truth is often blurred by the noise of modern culture. But the teachings of Jesus remain a beacon, offering clarity and direction. Paul's words to Timothy are a reminder that we are living in times of great challenge, but also of great opportunity. The financial blessings you desire are within reach, but they must be pursued with the right heart and the right motives. It's easy to get caught up in the rush for financial security, but we must remember that wealth without purpose is empty. The Bible teaches that the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. This doesn't mean money itself is bad, rather, it's the obsession with it that leads us astray. True financial miracles come when we prioritize God's plan over our own desires. Take this moment to reflect on your journey. Have you been seeking financial blessings with the right mindset? It's time to reassess and refocus. The world may tell you to hustle endlessly, but God's way is different. His blessings flow from a place of peace, not from anxiety or stress. When you align with His principles, you'll find that financial blessings follow naturally. This reflection isn't just about introspection, it's about action. Paul's warning isn't meant to discourage, but to encourage us to stay true to our faith. In a world that's constantly shifting, God's truth is unchanging. If you want to experience true financial prosperity, it begins with grounding yourself in His Word, living with integrity, and trusting in His provision. The challenges of today are not unlike those faced by early Christians. They too lived in times of uncertainty and upheaval, yet they found strength in their faith. The same is true for us today. As you seek financial blessings, remember that God's timing is perfect, and His provision is abundant. The key is to remain steadfast, trusting that His plan for you is good. Consider the story of Job, who lost everything but remained faithful. In the end, God restored his fortunes, blessing him even more than before. This story isn't just about material wealth, it's about the resilience of faith. When you focus on God's promises rather than the world's temptations, you position yourself for a financial miracle that goes beyond what you can imagine. Let this be a call to reset your priorities. The financial blessings you seek should be rooted in a desire to honor God, not just to accumulate wealth. As Paul told Timothy, it's crucial to flee from the love of money and instead pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, endurance, and gentleness. These are the true treasures that lead to lasting prosperity. Reflecting on the state of the world isn't just an exercise in observation, it's a prompt to make changes. The world's values may be shifting, but God's values remain constant. If you want to see a financial miracle in your life, start by aligning your values with His. Seek wisdom, act with integrity, and trust that God's blessings will come in His perfect timing. In these times of uncertainty, it's more important than ever to hold on to what is true. The financial blessings you desire are not out of reach, but they require a heart that's aligned with God's will. Take this moment to realign your focus, to prioritize what truly matters. Remember, God's blessings are not just about wealth, they're about peace, purpose, and a life that reflects His love. As you reflect on these truths, know that the journey to financial blessing is not just about gaining wealth. It's about building a life that honors God in every aspect. The world may offer many paths to success, but only God's path leads to true prosperity. Trust in His plan, and you'll find that the financial blessings you seek are just the beginning of what He has in store for you. The reflection doesn't end here. It's an ongoing process, a daily choice to live by God's principles rather than the world's standards. As you continue on this journey, keep your eyes on the true prize, a life that is rich in faith, abundant in love, and overflowing with God's blessings. And remember, this reflection is just the start. There's more to come as you align yourself with God's will and prepare for the financial miracles ahead. In a world spinning out of control, it's easy to get caught up in the chaos and forget what truly matters. The challenges we face today aren't just external, they're deeply personal. They test our commitment, our resilience, and our ability to stay true to the teachings of Christ, especially when it comes to financial integrity. The question isn't whether the world is a mess, it clearly is. The real question is, how are you living out your faith amidst all this turmoil? Are you letting the world dictate your values, or are you standing firm in the principles that Jesus taught? This isn't just about attending church or reading the Bible, it's about living those teachings every day, in every decision, including how you manage your finances. The world today promotes a get-rich-quick mentality, where success is measured by how much money you have. But as a Christian, you know that true success is about more than just accumulating wealth. It's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and service. The financial blessings you seek are important, but they must come from a place of faith and alignment with God's will. Think about the decisions you make every day. Are they guided by your faith, or are they influenced by the world's standards? This challenge isn't just theoretical, it's practical. When faced with a financial opportunity, do you consider how it aligns with your Christian values? Being a light in the world means making choices that reflect your commitment to Christ, even when it's difficult. One of the greatest challenges we face as Christians is staying true to our values in a world that often rewards the opposite. It's easy to compromise, to cut corners, especially when it comes to money. But the Bible reminds us that what profits a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul? The financial blessings that matter are those that come without sacrificing your integrity. It's time to rise above the noise and refocus on what really matters. As Christians, we're not called to follow the crowd, we're called to lead by example. This means living out our faith in every aspect of our lives, including our financial decisions. When you seek a financial blessing, it's not just about what you can gain, but about how you can use that blessing to further God's kingdom. The world tells us to look out for ourselves, but Jesus taught us to look out for others. This is a crucial part of the challenge we face today. How are you using your resources to help those in need? True financial prosperity isn't just about personal gain, it's about being a blessing to others. When you give generously, you open yourself up to receiving even greater blessings from God. Being a Christian in today's world means swimming against the current. It's not easy, but it's necessary. The world will always push you towards greed, selfishness, and shortcuts to success. But as a follower of Christ, you're called to a higher standard. The financial blessings you desire should be pursued with a heart that seeks to honor God, not just to amass wealth. To live out your faith in a way that's real, tangible, and impactful. It's about being the kind of Christian who doesn't just talk about faith, but who lives it out every day. This includes how you handle your money, how you make decisions, and how you treat others. The financial blessings you receive should be a reflection of your commitment to God's principles. Reflect on your life and ask yourself, are you living as a light in the world, or are you letting the world dim your light? The choices you make today will determine the blessings you receive tomorrow. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every step you take towards living out your faith is a step towards unlocking the financial blessings God has in store for you. Being a light in the world doesn't mean you'll always get it right, but it does mean you're committed to trying. When you face challenges, whether financial or otherwise, remember that God is with you. His guidance is always available, but it's up to you to seek it. The financial miracles you're hoping for are part of a bigger plan, one that requires your active participation. The world needs more Christians who are willing to stand firm in their faith, even when it's not popular. This is the challenge before you, to be a light, to live with integrity, and to trust that God's blessings will follow. Your financial breakthrough is not just about you, it's about showing the world what happens when someone lives in alignment with God's will. Imagine the impact you could have if you fully embraced this challenge. The financial blessings you seek are just the beginning. When you live as a light in the world, your influence extends far beyond yourself. You become a beacon of hope, a testimony to the power of faith, and a living example of what it means to walk in God's favor. This isn't just a challenge, it's an invitation to step into a new level of faith. To believe that God's plans for you are good, that His financial blessings are within reach, and that your life can be a shining example to others. It's about more than just what you receive, it's about what you give, how you live, and the legacy you leave behind. The journey isn't easy, but it's worth it. The financial blessings you desire are part of a bigger picture, one that requires you to live out your faith boldly and authentically. The world may offer temporary rewards, but God's blessings are eternal. As you face this challenge, remember that every step you take in faith brings you closer to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Prosperity is a word that often gets tossed around, but its true meaning goes far beyond material wealth. When God promises prosperity, He's talking about something much deeper. It's about abundance in every area of your life, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. The kind of prosperity that brings peace, joy, and confidence, knowing that your needs are met and that you're living within God's divine provision. God's promise of prosperity isn't limited to a select few, it's available to all who believe. But it's important to understand that this prosperity isn't just handed to you, it's something you grow into as you align your life with God's principles. This includes how you handle your finances, how you treat others, and how you steward the resources God has given you. When you live with integrity and faith, you open the door to financial blessings that go beyond what you can imagine. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of peace, knowing that you're walking in God's provision. That's the kind of prosperity God wants for you, not just enough to get by, but an overflow that allows you to bless others. This isn't just about money, it's about living a life of purpose and impact. The financial blessings you receive are meant to be a tool for greater good, a way to advance God's kingdom and help those in need. The world often equates prosperity with material wealth, but God's definition is much broader. True prosperity includes financial well-being, but it also encompasses health, relationships, and spiritual growth. It's about living a balanced, fulfilling life where every area reflects God's goodness. When you trust in His promise of prosperity, you can let go of worry and embrace the peace that comes from knowing you're in His care. The Bible is filled with promises of prosperity, but these promises are always tied to obedience. When you follow God's principles, you position yourself to receive His blessings. This doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but it does mean that you'll have the resources, both spiritual and material, to overcome them. The financial blessings you seek are within reach, but they require a heart that's committed to living out God's will. The promise of prosperity isn't just about what you can gain, it's about what you can give. When God blesses you financially, it's not just for your benefit, it's so that you can be a blessing to others. This is why it's important to have a heart of generosity, to be willing to share your blessings with those in need. True prosperity is about creating a ripple effect of blessings that extend far beyond yourself. Sometimes, the path to prosperity requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what you lack, start focusing on what you have and how you can use it to glorify God. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform your outlook and attract even more blessings into your life. When you approach your finances with a heart of gratitude and faith, you position yourself to receive God's promise of prosperity. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget that true prosperity comes from God. The world may offer quick fixes and shortcuts, but these often lead to emptiness and regret. God's way is different. His blessings are enduring, bringing lasting joy and fulfillment. The financial miracles you seek are part of a bigger plan, one that's rooted in trust, obedience, and a commitment to living out His principles. Reflect on the ways God has already blessed you. Sometimes, we miss out on prosperity because we're too focused on what we don't have. But when you take a step back and recognize the blessings already in your life, you create space for even more to flow in. This is the essence of living in prosperity, seeing God's hand in every area of your life and trusting that He's working for your good. The journey to prosperity isn't always smooth, but it's always worth it. There will be challenges along the way, but these are opportunities to grow in faith and deepen your trust in God. The financial blessings you're hoping for are part of this journey, but they're not the destination. The true goal is to live a life that honors God, where prosperity is just a natural byproduct of your relationship with Him. Think about the impact you can have when you live in prosperity. It's not just about what you receive, but about what you can give. When your needs are met, you're free to focus on serving others, on making a difference in your community, and on advancing God's kingdom. This is the true promise of prosperity, an abundant life that overflows with blessings, purpose, and joy. God's promise of prosperity is a reminder that He is your provider. You don't have to strive or struggle to make ends meet. You just need to trust in His provision. This doesn't mean you don't work hard or make wise decisions. It means you do so from a place of peace, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. The financial blessings you seek are already on their way. All you have to do is stay faithful and keep your heart aligned with His will. The promise of prosperity isn't a one-time event, it's a continuous journey. As you grow in your faith and align your life with God's principles, you'll find that His blessings flow more freely. This doesn't mean there won't be challenges, but it does mean you'll have the strength and resources to overcome them. Prosperity is about more than just financial gain. It's about living a life that reflects God's goodness in every area. In life, challenges are inevitable, but it's how we respond to them that defines our journey. Faith and perseverance go hand in hand, especially when facing financial difficulties. The world may tell you to give up, to settle for less, but God's Word encourages you to press on, to keep believing even when the odds are against you. True faith isn't just about hoping for a miracle, it's about trusting that God is working, even when you can't see it. The Bible is filled with stories of people who persevered through incredible trials, and their faith was rewarded. Think of Job, who lost everything but remained faithful to God. In the end, he was blessed with even more than he had before. This isn't just a story. It's a testament to the power of faith and perseverance. When you hold on to your faith, especially in tough times, you position yourself for a financial breakthrough. Prayer is a powerful tool that sustains faith and builds perseverance. Perseverance isn't easy, especially when the road seems long and the challenges seem endless. But remember, every step you take in faith brings you closer to the blessing God has in store for you. The Bible tells us that those who sow in tears will reap in joy. This means that your efforts, your perseverance, are not in vain. The financial blessings you're waiting for are coming, but they require your unwavering commitment to God's promises. Sometimes, the biggest test of faith comes when it seems like nothing is happening. You've prayed, you've believed, but the situation hasn't changed. It's in these moments that perseverance is most needed. God's timing is perfect, and His delays are not denials. The financial breakthrough you're hoping for will come, but it's important to trust that God is working behind the scenes, preparing the way for something greater. Faith and perseverance also mean being patient with yourself. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, but remember that growth takes time. Just as a seed needs time to grow into a tree, your faith needs time to mature. The financial blessings you're seeking are like seeds planted in faith. With time, care, and perseverance, they will grow into the harvest you've been praying for. It's important to remember that faith isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. You choose to believe, even when doubt tries to creep in. You choose to persevere, even when it would be easier to give up. This choice is what separates those who experience God's financial blessings from those who don't. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent, holding on to God's promises no matter what. There will be times when your faith is tested to the limit. These are the moments when you must dig deep, relying not on your own strength but on God's. The financial challenges you face are real, but so is God's power to overcome them. When you persevere in faith, you're declaring that you trust God more than you trust your circumstances. This trust is the foundation for receiving His financial blessings. Perseverance is often about doing the right thing, even when it's hard. It's about staying honest, keeping your integrity, and trusting that God will provide, even when the world says otherwise. The financial blessings you're seeking are on the other side of this perseverance. It may take time, but every step you take in faith brings you closer to God's provision. There's a certain peace that comes with perseverance. It's the peace of knowing that you're doing everything you can, and that God will take care of the rest. This peace is a powerful testimony to the strength of your faith. It shows that you trust God's plan, even when it doesn't make sense. And as you persevere, this peace will sustain you, guiding you through every challenge. Sometimes, perseverance means trusting God's plan, even when it's different from your own. You may have a vision for how you want your financial breakthrough to happen, but God's plan might look different. It's in these moments that your faith is truly tested. Will you trust that God's way is better, even if it means taking a different path? This trust is key to unlocking the financial blessings He has prepared for you. Faith and perseverance are about more than just waiting, they're about actively expecting. Expecting that God will come through, that He will provide, that He will bless you beyond what you can imagine. This expectation isn't wishful thinking, it's a confident hope rooted in God's promises. As you persevere in faith, keep your heart open to the ways God might surprise you with His provision. The journey of faith and perseverance is ongoing. It's not something you do once and then move on from, it's a daily commitment. Every day, you choose to trust God, to persevere through challenges, and to believe that His financial blessings are on the way. And as you do, you'll find that your faith grows stronger, your perseverance more resilient, and your life more abundant in God's grace. Faith without action is like a car without an engine. It might look good, but it won't get you anywhere. The financial blessings you seek are often tied to the actions you're willing to take. God's promises are true, but they require your active participation. It's not enough to simply believe, you must also step out in faith, taking the necessary actions that align with His will. This is where community comes into play, offering support, encouragement, and accountability as you pursue your goals. Community is more than just a gathering of people, it's a source of strength and inspiration. As Christians, we're called to walk this journey together, lifting each other up and sharing our burdens. When it comes to seeking financial blessings, being part of a faith-filled community can make all the difference. They're there to pray with you, to offer wisdom, and to help you stay on track when the path gets tough. Taking action often involves stepping out of your comfort zone. It's easy to get stuck in the familiar, but God calls us to growth, and growth requires change. Whether it's pursuing a new job, starting a business, or managing your finances differently, these actions are the seeds that lead to financial blessings. And when you take these steps within a supportive community, you're more likely to persevere and succeed. Now that you've received this powerful message, it's time to take action. God's financial blessings are ready to flow into your life, but they require your commitment. Are you willing to apply what you've learned today? Ask yourself, what steps can you take right now to align your finances with God's will? How can you start living in the abundance that He's promised you? Remember, it's not just about hearing the message, it's about living it out every day. Think about the changes you need to make. Maybe it's in how you manage your money, or perhaps it's in how you trust God with your financial future. Whatever it is, don't wait. Start today, because the blessings are waiting for you. And as you embark on this journey, know that you're not alone. Your community, your faith, and your God are with you every step of the way. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another message like this. There's so much more to learn, so much more to receive. God's financial miracles are just the beginning, and there's more in store for you. Let's continue this journey together. Your best days are ahead, and the blessings are already on their way.